y'all? It's your girl Fabulous Faith, and I'm back for another video. So let's hop right into it. Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. I'm going to be trying a new product from the Doux that they just released, as well as giving y'all a little moving update. So let's hop right into the video. So first, let's get into the new product that I'm going to be using. The Doux recently released their 808 base gel. It's a curl defining botanical gel. It has flexible hold and it's for all curl types. So it's for shiny, juicy curls that crave extra length. Reach for this gel. They said it's a medium hold and it serves as a base layer, locking in long-lasting frizz protection, definition, and bounce. And they say it's excellent for wash and goes, twist outs, and TWAs. Now it does have similar ingredients to the Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic. So it has honey, slippery elm, marshmallow root, and aloe. So we're going to see what it's giving. And it says to smooth through wet hair. Now it doesn't say soaking wet hair, it says wet hair. Also on the Doux page, it says you can put it on in the shower if you desire, but as long as your hair is wet, you work it in small sections, allow your curls to clump together, and you can use it alone or on top with a small amount of the Mousse Def Texture Foam, which I'm going to be using as well. So we're gonna try it and see how it goes. So as I'm trying the product, I'm gonna just be giving y'all like a small little moving update since me and my now husband have moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I did want to know before I start getting into the moving update that this one does have a strong candy smell. It's a strong sweet smell, so if you're not too keen on fragrances, you might not like this, but let's see if it works and maybe you can get past the fragrance part. So this is a little bit of the first section that I did. I applied the base layer. I'm trying to get used to it. It's not as slippery as I thought, and it's not clumping my curls the way that I thought it would. But maybe once I add some more water and kind of get the hang of how the product works, maybe it'll get better as we go along. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into kind of like the moving update. So in case you didn't already know, my now husband and I, like I said before, we moved here from Georgia to Charlotte, North Carolina about 8 months ago. We moved on, I think it was like Juneteenth. So we've been here for about 8 months, and not gonna lie, the first couple of months was definitely an adjustment. This was the first time that I have ever lived on my own. This was the first time my husband ever lived on his own as well. It was like our first time moving out ever. If you didn't know, like I stayed at home during college, so I didn't like get the dorm room experience. So this was just a really big first for us in our relationship and just us as individuals. I had always wanted to move to Charlotte. It was always something about Charlotte to me. It was either going to be Charlotte or Atlanta, and Atlanta was just starting to get a little too ratchet for me, as my mom would say. And Charlotte, I felt like, gave me nice, cozy home vibes, great for like younger people my age, you know, up and coming for the Black community. So I kind of gravitated more towards Charlotte, and it's the same distance if I was to move to an Atlanta. It's still about 2.5 to 3 hours away from my hometown, so that was perfect. It's not too close to home, but not too far to where I couldn't like make weekend trips if I wanted to. I'm now going in with the foam. I think I'm gonna do about that much. But like I was saying, you have to think, like, we just moved to a new city. We have no family here, no friends here. It was really just simply a fresh start from us all around, and definitely like a learning curve, especially because neither one of us had lived together before on our own or together, you know, like take trips and stuff like that, but never really like live with each other. So it was definitely a learning period and a learning curve for us. And especially on top of that, we were getting married within the next few months. So it was just definitely a lot going on. So for the first kind of like couple of months we were up here, I think we went home quite a bit just because we were a little homesick. At least I was. My bad, y'all. My camera had died and my SD card said she full, so I had to switch her out. But anyways, like I was saying, we didn't have any family up here, no friends. We recently moved, so it was just a learning curve for us. In the first couple of months, we went back home quite a bit, and some of our family came up to visit, so it was kind of like it kind of did what it needed to do. But after a while, I was like, okay, we can't just, you know, keep going home. Like, we have to acclimate ourselves up here because this is where we're gonna live, and this is where we will settle down and, you know, start our life together. So we kind of have to like get our foot out there, get our foot in the water, test the waters a little bit, and just get used to being up here by ourselves. So that's what we did. I went on TikTok and I found things to do in Charlotte and like places to go in Charlotte, restaurants to try in Charlotte, like outdoor events. And I think we moved at a pretty good time because it was the summertime. So of course it was like tons to do. Like I feel like I found some really good stuff on TikTok. Like there was this thing during the summer where it's called Camp North End, where every Thursday night all you had to do was like bring a lawn chair and they would play a different, you know, movie every Thursday night, whatever the theme was. I forgot what the theme was, but we went. It was cool. It was fine. I mean, it was bugs and stuff, but it was just a good time for us to like get used to the area and find things to do near us to kind of like see like, okay, like we actually can see ourselves, you know, like living here, you know. So we did that, and then after a while we found like restaurants that we really like, that we become regulars at, and that kind of helped the adjusting period as well as far as moving. So I think those things were helpful to us as well. So a quick intermission and update on the gel. If you know me, you know I'm a kind of gel wash and go kind of girl, and using this base gel and the foam, I don't know if it's doing what it needs to do for me. Like I'm really expecting a more stronger hold, and I don't know if it's going to give me that. After I'm done with this, I typically air dry, but I'm going to use my blow dryer to diffuse my hair to really like create a cast for my hair so the mousse can kind of set in place. But I don't know, so far, I mean, I don't know if it's an extravagant product. I definitely have to wait and see till it dries. Like so far, I guess I can't really say I have an opinion just yet. It's not wooing me or wowing me so far, but we're gonna keep going and keep using it, and hopefully maybe I'll come around it, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a little bit more of my hair. I'm gonna give y'all a cute little montage, and then I'll come back with a few more updates as far as us moving and acclimating to like married life since we've moved up here to Charlotte, North Carolina.
So I won't waste no time. I won't waste my time when it comes to you. Put my pride aside, give it all to you. Put my pride aside, nah. Girl, I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time when it comes to you. Put my pride aside, give it all to you. Put my pride aside, give it all.
Now, I will come back on here and say, I do feel like these two products were made for each other. Like, I put the base gel on it by itself. I definitely probably, for me, wouldn't use it by itself. But as soon as I put the foam on top, it's like the foam instantly grips to the base gel, the 808 base gel. And I don't know, it's a different feeling. It's like they work together and they pair together really well. So I don't know if I would use the 808 base gel by itself. But like I said, I probably would pair this together, or I probably would, I don't know, try it with a gel, a topper gel, to see if it has a different kind of hold. But so far by itself, maybe not. But together, it definitely does have a strong grip. And I can tell that they go together real well, and that's what the founder said to use it with the Mousse Def Texture Foam. So I definitely see the vibe that they have together. I do think the curls are really cute, but I just always feel that a foam doesn't give me the long-lasting hold that I need. So we're gonna see what the end results, but I'm gonna get back to a montage, and when I'm halfway done with my hair, I'm gonna come back for an intermission on the life updates and give y'all more updates, and then finish the rest of my hair and give my final reviews.
Gave my order, you fell in the deep end. You done came into my life.
Okay, so now that I'm done with half of my hair, this is what it's looking like. Let's zoom in. I think the curls are popping. It definitely takes a minute to get used to the technique of using that product for some reason. For me, it was definitely a learning curve, but I think the curls are popping. Like the curls are definitely popping more in the front probably than in the back, but so far I think it's cute. I definitely still have to see the dry results, but I think so far might be so good. But anyways, let's get back into some of the moving updates. So I told y'all I started finding things for us to do, and then we went back home for a couple of weekends, and then for a while it was pretty good, and then wedding planning really started hitting us hard since we moved up here. So a lot of the wedding planning, thankfully, since we only stayed about 2.5 to 3 hours away, I could go back home when I needed to like do wedding planning updates, or I just did virtual calls. So it wasn't that bad, but that put a lot of strain on like the moving process for us, and like really adjusting, because everything was like wedding this, wedding that, wedding this, wedding that. So it made the adjustment of us living together and learning each other more pressure because we were planning for the wedding as well, but we made it through. But looking back now, I don't think I would have had it any other way. We never lived together. We learned to live together. We're still living together. So it was definitely just a learning curve in itself. Now, for me personally, it's definitely been more of an extreme adjustment because I've always worked from home. I worked from home probably since the pandemic, maybe, or a little bit after that. And I just never found a job to go back in the office. Like, I really enjoy working from home. Like, that's really my thing, working from home. I do not see myself working in the office anymore. I don't know if I could survive, honey, like waking up to get dressed, to go through traffic. I don't know. That's just not my forte. But I will say, living in a new city and working from home, it does feel a lot more isolated than I expected, because I wake up, I work from home, and I have no friends here. I have no family here. I can't just like go to my uncle's house right around the corner and like hang out after work or anything. It's really just me and by myself. And so really, I'm really trying to find myself in a new city and find things to do for me. So that's why I enjoy doing my content creation, because that's something that I like to do, but I also like to get out. So I found a local coffee shop that I really, really like. But I think I want to make friends, you know, friends who can relate, friends who understand what it's like that you have your own life and that you're busy, but you know, somebody that you can catch up with out in public just to get out of the house. I think that would be more beneficial to me, acclimating here a little bit better. But other than that, I think it's been pretty good. Also adjusting, moving to Charlotte as a new wife now as well, because that was definitely a different role than when we just first moved up here as fiancés. Moving up here, and now that I'm a wife, it's a different responsibility, you know, taking care of the household on a regular basis, you know, just all of those things. They definitely play a role in the moving process for me, or just moving updates in general. That really does play a big role. So I don't know, it's getting close to a year. I definitely don't think I want to move back home. Like, I really enjoy the city of Charlotte. I enjoy the big buildings, the way the city lights up, the more things to do for us, more date nights, more places for us to go, more adventures for us. I definitely enjoy the big city, but I enjoy the family aspect of living back at home. Like, all of our family was within 15-20 minutes of each other, so it was no problem for me to go hang out with my uncle, or do something with my mom, or do something with my grandma. You know, those kind of things, those play a part. So thankfully we're not too far, and they come up here occasionally and visit us. And like I said, we can always just take a weekend trip back home. But that's really it. So far so good. I don't want to move back home. I love living up here in Charlotte with my husband. We enjoy it up here, but definitely just want to be relatable to y'all, especially as a Black woman and now as a wife. Let you know you're not alone, girl. Moving update can be difficult. It can be an adjustment period, but just to let you know, it's not a stagnant phase. Like, you go through it and then you get used to it and then you thrive in it. So I feel like I'm getting used to it now, and I'm ready to like start thriving in the new city. But yeah, that's it as far as moving updates. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about anything else in particular about the moving updates, but I hope that answered kind of many general questions, at least about how the transition was for me moving from my hometown to a new city by myself with my husband. But now that that's out of the way, let's get back into this wash and go with the Doux 808 Base Gel. I did this side of my hair. I'm gonna do a quick little montage to get this side of my hair. I might come back and speak a little bit about how I'm feeling as I'm getting closer to being done, and then I will come back and give y'all an update once it's all done.
All the time I was outside, I was creeping. It was love at first sight, girl, when you walked in. Couldn't look deep in your eyes, cause I get locked in. You was hurting deep inside it.
So I do want to come on here and make a quick note. I am noticing with this product, my hair is definitely elongated, and that's what it says that it's supposed to help with. It says, for juicy, shiny curls that crave extra length. So I definitely do feel like that, because I mean, the curls are definitely elongated. Of course, when they dry, it's going to shrink up a little bit, but they're definitely more elongated than what it typically will be. So I am surprised about that. But back to the montage.
Was broken, but I was on the other side and didn't notice. Oh, I won't waste no time. I won't waste my time when it comes to you. Put my pride aside, give it all to you. Put my pride aside, nah. Girl, I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time when it comes to you. Put my pride aside, give it all tweet bust rounds for you. All eyes on me, got me feeling like top, but I do it all for you. Don't get caught up in them lies before you know the truth. I be down to risk it all if you ask me to. Ain't playing with your heart, cause that's too.
Okay, so I have completed my entire head, so I'm gonna do a 360 so you can see the entire hair.
To lose. You putting up a walk, but you ain't bulletproof. I done got it out the mud, ain't got nothing to prove. Tryna open.
Okay, so I am back and my hair is fully dry. So let's get into my final thoughts. I can say using those two products together has definitely made me a mousse wash and go girly. Now, I'm definitely not saying that I'm gonna be doing mousse wash and goes all the time, but I definitely did like this combo together. I just can't get over how these products go together like glue. Like they literally just melt and mesh together. Like they were made for each other. They were really formulated for each other. I like that this gave me a softer kind of touchable hold, I guess is what they call it. It's definitely like not a crunchy wash and go, which is what I'm accustomed to, because I feel like crunchy wash and goes just last longer for me. But I am definitely surprised by this definition. I love when I diffuse my hair that it did create a small cast or a light cast, but definitely not too much. Like it's definitely still very, very fluffy, which I'm not accustomed to, especially on the same day. So I like it. I'm definitely not going to stretch it out right now. I'm going to wait till I like go out to like really do the banding method and stretch it out. But these are what the results are looking like right now. So let's do a 360.
Up your mind to see a clearer view. All the times I made you wait for me, no. But I was on.
So that's all I have for this video. I might throw in a few clips at the end where I stretched out my hair to see what the wash and go is looking like in its full like stretched out state and fluffy, and see how the days go along. So I might insert some clips at the end of this video. But yeah, I hope y'all like this video, and I hope to see you on the next one, because over here we're fabulous, flourishing, and having fun. Bye. Did have a few clips. Here's my hair on day 6, and I just did the banding method. I think it's really cute and fluffy. And then the next couple of photos you're gonna see is day 7, and I did the banding method the night before as well. And then I finally washed my hair. So stay tuned for more videos. Bye.